Hi guys. It's been a while since I've done a video before, and I'm doing this one to update y'all on what it is I'm doing. And I just wanted to go ahead and say thank y'all so much for the reviews, for y'all watching my videos. I know a couple of y'all have been asking when was the next one I'm gonna do, and this is the next one. And I'm here to tell y'all my experience on Covenant and like how it went and all that stuff. But I also want to do like a review to like giving my opinion versus other people's opinion about the company. So let's just get into it. So right off the bat, um I was in good terms with Covenant when I left. I went in, made the money, and I had people at home, for the most part, that were always asking where I was when I was coming back. And for me, I just had to say, you know what? For me, it's my family and friends. I'm not gonna be making the money I once was, but I'm okay with it. I'm good with just working a 9 to 5, and doing that. So for me, being with my family, being with my friends is more important. So that's just me. I know not everyone gets to have that option or whatever. So it is what it is. So um pros. Let's do that. Pros. What I liked about it was the money, the consistency. I mean, if y'all look at my last video, y'all saw that my pay was consistent. It was big numbers. At least in my opinion, it was big. Um, we were rolling, turning and burning. Love that. Going and going. Cons. The only thing I can say is probably maybe getting home. It's not the way you would think it is. Like let's say you live in Florida, for instance, right? And you're like out in Illinois. You wouldn't get a load going from Illinois to Florida. You would have to go like from Illinois to California, California to Virginia, Virginia to Texas, and then Texas to South Carolina. And from South Carolina, you go to Florida. So it's a lot of moving. It's not really a straightforward path. At least it wasn't for me. It could be different for other people. This is just my experience alone. I'm here to tell y'all that. So that was pretty much it. And did I leave in bad terms? I didn't leave in bad terms. I really don't have anything bad to say about Covenant. It was a step forward in the right direction. And I'm leaving this video for educational purposes, to let y'all know that for me it wasn't that bad. Now for others it could be bad. And actually I went on the reviews, and I'm gonna go over the reviews with them and let you know more or less, are they telling the truth? Maybe I missed some things and they pointed out, and I would like to do that just to give y'all a better experience. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna give a couple of good ones, and I'm gonna look for a couple of bad ones on purpose, just to see where we're at. So let's just get to it. Okay, so this person gave a 3-star review. He's an over-the-road driver. This was as of December 21st, and you guys can look this up for yourself. December 21st, 2022. Says, what is the best part of working at the company? Covenant has the best plan of any company out there. However, the rule of running teams has you looking for a new teammate just about every month because it's hard to find a compatible partner and someone who actually knows how to back a truck and trailer. I had 7 partners in 1 year, and not one of them knew how to back or more than the weight of the tandem. So in each case, I became the trainer, and now getting trainer pay. What is the most stressful part about working at the company? Finding a compatible partner that I did not have to train. What is the work environment culture like to a company? Except for having to run teams, Covenant is the very best company out there today. What is typical day like you at the company? Picking up a load, getting to wherever it is that assigned to be delivered. So That can be stressful. Fortunately for me, I came in with a good partner. We were turning and burning. He knew how to back up. He knew the rules. He knew how to follow the rules and, keep us on track. And I tried to do my fair share. So whenever and this is what I want to point out. And I've said this in a couple of in my past two videos. Covenant is not a solo team company. It is team only. Now, what are the pros and cons about a team? Pros. You don't have to stop at pilots and rest there for the night and find a parking spot. I love that. Ever since I heard about that, I stopped because I hated the fact so normally when I ran solos, I would have to stop 2 to an hour and a half early, so I wouldn't get most of my miles in to find a spot. Because let's say you're running, and most people run from 7 in the morning all the way to 7 at night, and around 7, 8, 9, 10, that's when the truck stops get filled. So finding a parking spot can be very, very challenging, and it holds you back from making them almost smile. With teams, however, you don't get that. You run your miles as max as you can. You find the quickest truck stop. You switch out, and we switch out within 15 to 30 minutes. We do our pre-trip, our walk around. We make sure our paperwork, everything was in order. So 15 to 30 minutes, we were out. We were turning and burning, making sure we were safe. We did everything correctly. So even though it is not recommended, I know a lot of people that, they switch out at the truck stops for teammates. And it's very convenient. The cons about teaming, you have an obnoxious teammate that you don't like, arguing, maybe he's a smoker and stuff. So those are just things to consider whenever you're thinking about teaming. And just try to find a partner before you get in. Please try to find a partner that you're compatible with. They try to do the best. They absolutely try to do the best, because they're this is a teammate and you guys can try it, but you just don't know until you team with them how they really are. On paper it may look good, but then they could do a whole 360 and you're like, hey, what the heck, man? This isn't what I signed up for. So just keep that in mind. We're going to go with the next one. Poor management with high turnover rate. Wouldn't recommend the company. Mismanagement, severe lack of communication within the company, leaving drivers hanging with loads and breakdowns. Drivers have severe trouble contacting companies with issues while on the road. Pros, quick push right through CDL training. Cons, waiting on loads, poor breakdown pay, no communication between company and driver. So I never got breakdown, fortunately. I know there's different trucks. Every truck is different, Some trucks may just quit on you within 80,000 miles. Our truck, when we got it, it was it looked brand spanking new. Let me just tell you that. When we got our truck, had 180,000 miles in it already. It looked new. I thought we had a new truck, honest to God. I am not kidding. Had 180, and by the time we left, had 350, 360. So we were turning in miles, and that was within a year. That was 8 months, 8 to 6, no, 7 months. 7 months I was within the company. So you can definitely make some miles, but fortunately our truck never broke down, so I don't know how that is. Plus, it says here, waiting on loads. Now, I was on the Estes, the Wildcat account, and we don't have to wait for loads. Pretty much, you go there. I think the longest I waited was an hour and 20 minutes, but that's because they were just loading it just then and there. So for us, we never waited on the load. So it must have been the Covenant side. I don't know how the Covenant side is. I just know how the Estes side is. So I love the Estes account. This guy left a 2-star review. It says, "What is the best part of working at the company? The company always gets you home time right. The miles are pretty good when you can get them. What is the most stressful part about working at the company? Poor communication from management, trip cancellations, chasing empty trailers, fuel stops. What is the work environment culture like at the company? Work environment poor as non-CDL desk drivers attempt to micromanage your team as driving your truck. Company culture could improve, however, nobody in management wants to change it. What is a typical day at the company? Team drives 500 to 600 miles per day. Company navigations always fails. Good to go out long distance, and however the communication is poor. Okay, so right off the bat, I'd just like to point out where he said company navigation always fails. Do not use the navigation. Go out, go get yourself a Ram McNally, or the other one I can't remember at the moment. It's like on the tip of my head. I just can't think about it at the moment, but go get yourself a real trucking GPS. Get yourself a map. Get yourself an atlas. Get yourself a truck GPS and go with that. Don't ever use the company's GPS because it is very laggy. I never even once tried it. Just like when they tried explaining it to us, I think it took like 20 minutes for them just to start it up. And I was like, nah, this is why I have my Ram McNally, okay? Garmin, that was the other one, by the way. This is why I have my Ram McNally. So don't ever do that. Just go out, spend the money. You're investing in your work, okay? That is very, very important. But let's go over some other things. It says typical driver, 506 miles. Yes, I was making those type of miles a little bit more. Like I was pushing like 680 because like whenever we get from California to like North Carolina or like to Pennsylvania, yeah, we were pushing that miles and a little bit more. We never really dealt much with management. We dealt with them whenever we were coming home, but as far as like us day to day, we really didn't mess with management. Empty trailers again. This had to be Covenant side. That's all I can say for him. I'm sorry he had a bad experience. I mean, I had that when I was working in Warner. I mean, for me, look, for Covenant it was good. For Warner it was so. So I'm sorry he had a bad experience. Okay, this guy left a 1-star. Let's see what this guy says. It says, what is the best part of working at the company? That's a tough question. I came from another company but still had to go through the training for a short period. I would say that this was the best time. They took care of you, were professional, and generally polite. After that, however, it was a dystopian screamscape. Quite the vocabulary. What is the most stressful part about working at the company? Too many answers to fit, lack of communication with the team, apathy from your management, cruelty from the planning staff, forcing you to drive, fatigue, damn. Constant unknown in communicating, stipulations and exceptions to prevent you from getting paid or reimbursed expenses, forced to poverty pay, damn. What is the work environment culture like at the company? Toxic, full of millennials who do just under the minimum to do their job so they won't get fired. If you have an office job at Covenant, you can commit a felony or murder and still have a job. Damn! Holy crap, hold on, what? What is a typical day for you at the company? Dystopian screamscape. I may have a placid look on my face, but I am silently screaming in terror as my inexperienced co-driver careens down the road with reckless abandon. They put people on the road who are not ready. They endangered the Coal River and he was driving a small vehicle on the road. They put people on the road without proper vetting. Damn. Holy crap. Okay. So I don't think they do that. I wasn't trained at Covenant, but I know you're supposed to have like 3 months of training, and all the team drivers that I talked to, they say they pretty much train their team just right. And he might be talking about certain individuals when he's talking about like, you know, they put these people out that don't know how to drive yet. that are not ready and stuff. So all I gotta say is this guy had a horrible experience. Like from day one, to put this many stuff into his like review. Holy crap! I don't know what happened there, but I promise you, it wasn't like that with me. And if it did, I would tell you that it was a bad company. But I'm telling you, for me, it was a good job. You can commit a felony and murder and still have a job. Yeah, I don't know the full story there. So that's a bad one. It says another one star. It says bad company ever. Nothing is good. The hotel is like a trash bag at the management. Their trucks are always broken down because it's old and needs to be replaced. The place of residency is horrible, dirty, and full of bad smells. Okay, so right off the bat, let me tell you something. When you go to their training, I don't know if they remodel. They said they were gonna remodel it or whatever. But if you ever go to their training facility, it looks like something from a horror movie. I'm being dead ass. Like their hotels is run down. It looks like some paranormal activity hotels. But they're fine. They're crappy. They're out of date. From last I heard, it was a Days Inn, and they bought it out. But yeah, the hotels are they look like a scary movie. They look like you go outside and Jason's gonna come at you. But apart from that, the training experience was like fast. It was thorough. Enough information was pointing out. They give you all the information you need. What you do with it is up to you. I will tell you that. It's 3 days of training, 4 if you're waiting on your truck and all that. Their trucks, they're fairly new. They're not old. Maybe some of them are old, but most of them are fairly new from what I've seen. And trucks broken out again. Some trucks just break down faster than others. There's really nothing you can do there. Again, shit experience. Poor management. Okay, so it's just... Okay, this one other guy says team driver, truck driver, great pay, recruiters are honest, a lot of accounts with potential to make more, too many drivers, not enough truck, always looking to get rid of people, so careful what you do. So it might be that they needed a high demand of drivers and not enough people to put them in the accounts. That could be it. They didn't account that so many drivers were going to join, so that could be a thing. Good pay, poor management. Pay is good. Company claims to operate in Christian values, but it's not noticeable. Depending on the account, you may not get enough miles. Overall, average place to work. So, I think that's fair. If you're driving for Covenant itself, he didn't say nothing about the STs. Okay, we finally got some good reviews. Those bad reviews, they were pretty bad, especially the guy with the whole vocabulary thing. That made my day. Says, this was my first job as a truck driver, fresh out of school. Okay, so this is a brand new guy, fresh out of school. So let's get his experience. My husband and I worked with them for 2.5 years, and it was a good 6 months with them. It was rough, but when we did own to lease, it was better money. It was great. So for them, they had to lease and / own to get their foot in with the proper money. But again, I think that's Covenant. I don't think that's the STs. I still haven't heard anything about the STs. Worked there for 12 years and would still be there if I had not moved. Always opportunities to grow. This is the place to work if you want to work or family. I still have friendship with many of my previous coworkers and superiors. I would work here again in a second if they offer remote work. Pretty good guy. Professional driver, OTR, team driver. Said, enjoyed working, steady work. No forced dispatch when driving, mandatory shutdowns in bad weather. Cons are weekend night, shift dispatch, no communication with day and shift dispatch. Okay, so I'm going to stop with the reviews there. Again, you can go to Covenant, check them out for yourself. But this is just my review, my opinion. You guys can take it with however you want. I encourage y'all to, if y'all worked in the company, let me know in the comments below. And please be fair. Try not to get your emotions in the way of giving a fair review. Give them a fair chance. I mean, if you're flat out pissed or whatever, I guess go ahead and comment. I'll read them, but in all honesty, like, you know, bad comments and good comments. Comments are comments. I'll just comment down below like what y'all thought about it or anything really. But I will tell you this. If you are thinking about truck driving, you are not gonna go home every day. You are not gonna sleep in your bed every day. Don't even think that you're gonna come home every weekend. If you can, that's a solid job. But here, it's not gonna happen. That's just flat out, okay? If you're thinking you're gonna get the money with the time and family, out of this question. No. Another thing, because it is around the cold time and a lot of states are freezing at the moment. I know Wyoming is pretty bad on the regular. So if your dispatcher, and if the weather is rough and your dispatcher is forcing you, you know, out there, do not do it. If you are fatigued, do not do it. If anything you feel uncertain about, you know, your truck's messed up or whatever, and your dispatcher's like, you need to go, it is your license. It is your license. You do whatever the heck you feel like it's safe to do, okay? I had a dispatch one. Now this is just me. And previous before, I had a dispatcher once that it was ice on the road, right? And the guy, he was so frustrated. He was like saying that this needs to be there at 6 sharp. It needs to be there 6 a.m. sharp, you know? And I had about 400 miles left, something like that. But there was ice. Like it was like the roads are black, but it's white. It's covered in ice. And it was at night. I wasn't gonna go. So he threatened to fire me. He threatened to give me a bad review. All this other stuff. I told him, no, this truck is not moving anywhere. I do not feel safe. Do whatever you want. So then he hangs up, calls me about 5 minutes later, apologizing, telling me when it is safe to go drive so and all this. Do not let them bully you. Please do not let these dispatchers bully you. Okay? When it is safe, you go out there and you drive. When it is safe. Do not let them tell you what to do. You are the operator. It is your license, not theirs. And at the end of the day, if you get into an accident because they told you, they're gonna pull the I don't know you card. I don't know what they're talking about. It's exactly what they're gonna do because they don't want to get held liable. But you are. You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna go to court. All these other stuff. Just don't do it. Please don't get bullied. Just a note out there. But again, you know, Covenant for me was a great job. I was would I say it's flawless? No, because every company has their quirks. But for me, it was good. If you're a hustler, if you can deal with those situations, then this is the job for you. I really hope that this video helps people trying to get into a trucking career. I will make a future video about how to start. Maybe the things y'all need. Just let me know below what it is that y'all want me to put out there, because I am more than happy to share the information that I have gathered out here to y'all to help new people come into this industry. And we need people. We definitely need people. The trucking industry definitely needs people, and there's a lot of opportunity out here. A lot of opportunity to make some good money. But just comment, like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. I hope to, me personally, I hope to improve on my videos, you know, not make them so long, edit properly and all that stuff. But that'll be it for this video. Again, like and subscribe, comment down below what your thoughts are. And I do hope this video, you know, was valuable information that y'all wanted, helped y'all in any way. But that'll be it for this video. All right, guys. Bye.